game and also change my icon because I need to do that because I'm still Kardik from Wednesday.
To quote the Beastie Boys, Vaughn. Kick it!
It has been kicked for several seconds now.
Ah! Oh,
Ooh,
beans.
trouble.
Also, Daloon, I'm probably gonna have to talk to you in the future because I might finally be upgrading my PC.
Oh, I being called in. The doctor's being called in.
Well, this PC
Yeah.
is over half a decade old, so I kind of need an upgrade. Especially
God
since it had
damn, yeah.
especially since it came factory with all the RAM it could have, which was not a lot. Which is why we're
Well,
currently doing
definitely,
what?
I was gonna say, definitely when you give a chance, just let me know what your budget will be, and I can try to work at something. Like, you can ask Draco what I did with $600. So,
Well,
Oh yeah, I'm currently using it.
well, that's the thing. I'll explain the situation in a different thing, but basically, I'm just going to tell you the stuff I would need, and you would tell me how much that would run, and if you could possibly get some deals, and then we could work from there because it's a gift situation.
yep. Toshi, I know why you're laughing, and the funny thing is, by the time you come back, I'll probably have better options for you.
Good.
Me looking at my PC as it says, "Oh, we are ending support for Windows 10 updates." I'm like, mine's not eligible for 11. Fuck you, Microsoft.
See how, hey, samesies.
Yeah, my computer at home can't get updated to Windows 11.
What
See-
a gosh darn shame.
It kept telling me about 11, and then the thing, oh, we're ending soon, and I just went, fuck, and I panicked, updated. Womp womp.
Oh, I just realized I'm in danger.
Yes.
Indeed. I mean, it's fine. Don't worry about it. The rest of us are on the second level. We're not that far away.
Yeah, some of you are just a few rooms away. Just a few rooms away. Flash of the kitchen, just a few rooms away. Flash of the taxidermy cage room, just a few rooms away.
That's sobering. I'm on I just logged on, and they're like, "Hey, congratulations, well, you've passed 800 hours in D&D campaigns with us."
Nice. I think I have my 1,000 hours or so. I would have to look to see what I have.
I'm like, "Holy shit, I've played a lot of D&D. Not as
And-
much as everyone else here, most likely, but
Yeah, I was about to say
That's
90% of my
dope.
content has become D&D. I'm pretty sure I can literally point to you and go rookie numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm almost probably at 5,000 hours.
I think I'm probably second place considering I have this game and also the Wednesday game. Maybe.
I have no idea where the heck you have to go.
I have played apparently 1,029 hours, so
I literally can't check because we're looking at my screen.
Yeah.
I'm in.
I got curious and I looked, and like they have this achievement sections. Played 100 hours in Roll20 games as an achievement. Ha ha ha. That was a long time ago. Oh wait, I'm sorry. 10. 10, 50, 100, 250.
Okay, I'm curious. I don't know.
Ah, I found it. Total 1882 hours played.
Your account's now able to get polio.
True. Terrifying.
All right, well, do we want to start going around the horn so that way people have time to trickle in?
Yeah. Chaco, I choose you.
oh, Choco's not me on one. You can find me here on Tuesdays playing Ghost. You can find me on Tuesdays with Deluna earlier in the day for Power Rangers Cyber Strike on Twitch Person's channel. We had a session today. It was cool. Wednesdays, you can find myself, Hoshi, Draco, and Deluna over on Draco's channel, and more for our Curse of Strahd game, Barovian Odyssey. And then aside from that, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Blue Sky, and Ko-Fi, Chocolate Zombie 101. Hoshi.
Hello, I am Royal Hoshi. You can find me on Twitter, Blue Sky, and YouTube as Royal Hoshi. You can also find me here on Draco's channel and also on Vaughn's channel every other Tuesdays. Caitlin, go.
Hello, I'm Caitlin C37. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter and Blue Sky and yada yada yada. Caitlin C37. Where I do art. Commissions are open. So if you want anything, do the thing. Who hasn't gone?
I haven't.
Okay, you. Go, Draco.
Hello, everyone. I'm Drake Magnus. You can find me on Twitter and Blue Sky and Twitch and all those places. I stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Fridays. Mondays, Dragon Quest Treasures. Tuesdays, when we're not here, is Kingdom Hearts 3 with Deluna 13. Wednesdays, you can catch me and Deluna and Chaco and Hoshi and a whole bunch of other folks as they go through Barovian Odyssey. Our heroes have gotten their fortune told and met the big bad Strahd. Oh, also, they're hanging around with the character that people here might recognize from a previous campaign who's hanging around.
Don't know what you're talking about.
It could have been anyone. Thursdays is our party games. We do all sorts of stuff. Friday is when I do Spirit Tracks. I believe that leaves Deluna.
Hello, my name is Deluna 13. Find me on Twitter at Deluna1338, Twitch, well, anywhere else you can think to find me at Deluna13. Everyone else here mentioned where I'm at. I'm just gonna say, like I said earlier today, next week is more treasure hunting in Kingdom Hearts 3 because nothing bad happened.
Nope.
We're fine. Nothing bad happened to any of the characters. Everything is fine.
Awesome.
Let's see. Miller or Hoshi, are you guys gone yet?
I
Hoshi
haven't
won.
yet.
I have.
But, hello. You can catch me on the brand site, Mill Ninja Nerd, Blue Sky, Mill Ninja, occasionally on Twitch at Mill Ninja, where I pop around and flail around, and, maybe I do the pointy, clicky, shooty things at some point. Come August, I'll probably get a more defined schedule to get things going. But, that'll be it for me. Vaughn, go ahead and bring us around before we start the session proper.
Alrighty, hi, you've already found me here at twitch.tv/BurnoutVaughn. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Blue Sky at Burnout Vaughn, and over on Patreon at Burnout's Bar, where soon we are going to have the awards settled and some subclasses on the way. Also, I'm working on some new homebrew for the first time in 4 months? Yeah, so maybe something will come out of that. But, let's see here, coming up. This week we have Saved by the Spell, where on this stream we're home invading and burglarizing. On the other stream, we're going to commit a whole new set of crimes. But there also will be some home invasion. I find this more alarming as I think about it. So I won't think about it. But hey, stay tuned for that. Then Sunday, we have Those Who Wander, where we have our first guest character. And we only have him for one more session, so we're definitely going to hopefully beat whatever we found in this evil cave, in this evil forest, in this land run by werewolves. We did not realize that the government was run by werewolves. That's scary. But yeah, stay tuned for that. And a heads up for next week. There possibly will not be a Pack Tactics on this coming Tuesday, mostly because of some travel issues with some people they might be able to overcome. So we're keeping people posted. As of right now, there won't be a session next week. But with that out of the way, Milo, why don't you take us away?
All right. Well, welcome everybody to tonight's session of Phase of Our Lives on Beyond the Witchlight campaign. When last we left our honored guests, the Witchlight Brigade of Vesca, Rudy, Dove, Predicate, Sola, and Sandara, they had managed to finish out the various quests given to them by Bavlorda Blightstraw. But before they were able to return with their hunting package, the party sought out to sneak away to the brigand's hideaway and formulate a plan and to better state their intentions as to what to do when they finally deliver the package. After a good night's rest, and upon returning to the cottage, they managed to find Bavlorda as she was bathing in her pools. After dressing herself and accepting her package, she invited the guests into her foyer, where they sat down and discussed brass tacks, as well as a few other odds and ends. Ultimately, though, as Bavlorda went to spit her hand and extended it in order to seal the deal, the party decided then to spring their trap and turn on Bavlorda. And in the flurry of spells and darkness, they ultimately repelled Bavlorda away as she teleported out of the cottage. Now, and as their search continues in order to find spoils as well as any missing items that they have on them, we now find ourselves as we discover that Sidara has managed to start punching a chest. And a ball of light has gotten down to accost her of said transgression. What will be Sidara's response to this? Will she finally find her missing sense of fashion? And what other spoils shall our Witchlight Brigade find inside of Bavlorda's vacant cottage? As sand falls through the hourglass, let's return to tonight's session of Phase of Our Lives. And with that, in order to get that started up, yeah, I'm gonna have you guys roll initiative here.
Oh boy.
Getting
Okey-doke.
right to it. Let's go.
Do we want to go to the map so you can click the tokens first, or?
Yep, I was just clearing up your initiative, and there you go.
Well, you can put mine
Alright.
in manually for me because I didn't know how we were doing that.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I must have cleared it off right when you were doing that, so I can add that real quick for you. On.
Me and Rhodey are tied, but you have a significantly higher dex than I do.
He is a small boy.
Mm.
Here's a
He's a small boy, nobody loves me.
He's
Rhodey
just
is
a small
actually
boy.
Rhodey's actually the shortest character that I've played thus far at only 4'6". 4'6", 80 pounds. So anybody strong could easily chuck him across the entire map.
Sindaro will try it eventually.
The Rhodey missile is coming.
Hey, you know what? Just
Sneak
throw
attack.
me with my sword facing forward, and then that's a cool attack. I'm sure Ness would approve.
Sindaro just picks up Rhodey, slowly walks back into the water, dives down, slowly comes back up, throws Rhodey. Sneak attack.
Ooh, I get extra damage for that. Yes.
Oh.
All
You
right.
rolled a 25.
They have very, very high dex.
Fuck.
So we'll say for the Turfy initiative, the light just kind of floats down and starts yelling at you. Hey, that doesn't belong to you. Leave it alone. You hear the child's voice, and you see it. You see the ball turn into a very deep shade of red.
Yeah, I heard a
Alright.
child's voice.
Yes, coming from the sphere. Similar to the ones that you've encountered previously near the Owells.
Oh. Perhaps
Alright.
will you like a trade?
Alright, So pass it to your turn. So you want to try to reason with it. Okay,
As I
roll a
start
persuasion check with disadvantage.
persuasion. Hey, it's not that bad. 8.
All right.
Hmm.
You see that as the ball of light just flashes red as you say that, it gradually begins to turn not so red and back to white. I guess for now we're just. Oh my god, I can't believe they're already doing this. We're gonna pause initiative for now.
We did it.
Yay!
For now. Quickest combat ever. Let's go.
We're so good at this.
No, I think our quickest combat was when we one-shot a single Haragon.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That
They briefly ran away. So, trade for what? As it quizzically asks. And you see, as you smack this chest, it just kind of. It's weird. You smack the chest, and then you just kind of see it looks like it sprouts like a couple of legs that are like the corners of the chest. And it begins to run away towards the other corner. And it dashes to the other corner of the room.
Why do I always find the mimics? She will pull out the mummified toad.
It floats down to you, and it looks at the toad. You feel the light kind of rotate on its axis a little bit as it just kind of looks at this toad. Well, okay, I guess I could take the toad, and I'll leave you alone. As long as you leave the chest alone, okay?
What's in the chest?
Those are some of Bavlorna's things.
Brody lets his intrusive thoughts get to him and immediately starts making his way towards the chest.
Well, you're downstairs with us.
Oh, okay,
I don't
never
think you
mind.
even know about that.
Well, I'll say Veska. You did hear like there was a commotion coming from upstairs. It was loud enough for at least you to hear it.
Okay. Where are the stairs up? They're over here, right?
Let me just scroll back down to the map. You heard him coming from up here.
Alright.
Sindara looks up.
She'll mosey her way upstairs.
Sindara will look at the little floating ball. Is that where she keeps all the stuff that she stole?
No, that's behind the door over here. And it'll float over it and put itself right next to this door.
Is it okay for me to go in that room?
It kind of tilts its head and looks at you. Well, is it okay for you to go in there? I don't know. Did Bavlona say it was okay for you to come up here?
She didn't tell me it wasn't a good idea for me to come up here.
Roll a deception check.
Actually, it's not deception. She didn't tell us not to come up here.
Well, you're trying to mask something else, through the meaning of your words, so go ahead and make a deception check.
Oh, the 20 on the other side.
Oh,
Alright. But no funny business. As you see let's just kind of float back up to the ceiling.
Not stupid. Good.
I go in the room.
You go to the door and you find it's locked.
Where's the key?
Are you asking the light?
Yes.
But Florida usually locks the door. She has the key.
Do you care how I open the door?
I said no funny business. As it just...
I mean, it's not funny business if I'm asking for permission from you.
Get your rogue friend.
I'm gonna say, if only there was a rogue that could pick this lock. Oh well.
Or a warlock who would just break it.
Or that, yes.
Or if only you had a key.
I have a key. It's a sledgehammer. Well, not sledgehammer, warhammer.
I have a key. It's my fist.
The barbarian key, as it is called.
The fist-shaped key. Used it to unlock various things. Oh, God.
Oh wait, I just remembered I have an iron key in my inventory. I forgot where we got that.
It just reminded me of another character I used to have. It was a kobold rogue by the name of Sharkbait. And one of the things I did to annoy my DM is every time there was a door or a wall in front of me that was locked, I would just say, "I punched the door."
Look, she knows her thing is behind the door now. She is going to open it one way or another.
Alright, well, use an athletics check if you want to break down the door.
No, she's asking for permission first. She do your response.
Oh, well, if she allows you to go in there, I guess.
Okay, and she's gonna go for it.
Alright, athletics check.
17.
Yep. You drop your shoulder and you charge through, and just as you feel like the door is just barely able to hold you back, the latch manages to break inside the jamb of the door, and you manage to bust it open. And let me go ahead and reveal this.
That's a dead body.
Whoa. What the fuck is that?
Look, a big frog.
Is that frog?
That is a frog,
This
yes.
over here's a
Oh,
frog.
My
That's a
eyes
frog.
forgot. I was looking at my eyes was focused on that token.
I mean, fair.
This musty room looks like a miser's attic. Lying in tall heaps are discarded blankets, quilts, cushions, and clothing of all shapes and sizes. Not to mention musical boxes, toys, dolls, jewelry boxes, flower vases, child-sized caskets, and broken furniture. Among the heaps of junk are a few oddities, including a stag skull hanging on one wall, a white porcelain jar with chicken legs standing on a table, a fancy helmet placed on the faceless head of a wooden mannequin, and a 5-foot-long bronze statue of a giant frog squatting in the corner, its mouth agape and filled with impenetrable darkness. As well as the body of a lordling on the floor.
She steps in.
All right.
Do I get the feeling that my thing is here?
Well, you've had that scratchy feeling that's at the back of your neck this entire time. Doesn't feel any particularly stronger.
I do process elimination. She will probably go towards the wooden mannequin.
Okay. Yep. This wooden mannequin has a helmet that is perched on top of it.
I take off the helmet to see what happens.
As you remove the helmet, the mannequin, which was holding onto it, begins to animate and come back to life. As, hold on. Da, 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 da. Sorry. I have to look at this. As it begins to make an attack, it begins to reach out for the helmet to try and get it.
I hand the helmet back.
Okay. It misses, but as you put the helmet back on, it comes to a rest again.
Do I touch everything in the room?
While you're pondering that question, what's everyone else doing?
Still searching.
Well, we don't have anything in this room, so I think Dom's just gonna move on somewhere else or try to find predicates to get a translator for these birds.
Yeah.
All right, so everyone else is going to be leaving out of the Roostway.
For the time being.
Predicates, you're still searching around, right?
Yeah, I don't know why you illuminated
Make
this
a
room,
perception
so I
check
don't
for
know
me.
if I've seen it.
Oh, no, nobody's been in this room yet.
Yep. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go here.
Okay.
That was me
I
picking.
think you opened the door when we ended last session, Vaughn, if I'm remembering correctly, but I could be misremembering.
Yeah, so I don't know. Above game, I have no idea what's in this room. I can visually see stuff.
Well, just one quick little point of order, I guess. Predicates, make a perception check.
Okay. Double nat 20.
Natural.
Oh, damn.
Holy crap!
Oh,
As you are kind of scanning around the room, you remember that there was a pair of mounted heads that were just kind of hanging above each of the doors. As you look, you see a quick flicker as you see pairs of eyes coming from inside each of those heads. In a quick flash, you see the lordlings that are kind of mounted up inside those heads. They just kind of duck back inside.
He'll just snarl and step into the room and take in everything. Is this just like a storeroom with a chandelier? Like,
Oh, that room down there.
yeah.
Oh, I thought you were still in the kitchen. Oh, right. Let me just go ahead and read this off for you again. A contraption made of entangled copper tubes connects to a pot-bellied boiler and a dozen cylindrical containers, which in turn sprout even more tubes that feed the buckets. Barrels are clustered in the southeast corner, and the work table in one corner of the room has bits of copper and metal working tools strewn across it. Light filters in through the green, diamond-shaped panes of glass set into the window.
And so I'm just going to assume that that dark area to his right is just a wall.
There is a door that you can see over here.
Yeah, he will check the barrels first and then probably investigate the door. Well, just throw open the door. If it's locked, he will break it.
As you check the barrels, you see there's a few corks that are on it. And as you kind of go to, like, pull the corks on top of those barrels, you smell a very strong smell of some sort of alcohol.
I'll do the most uncharacteristic thing I could ever do, and he'll say useless, and he'll go to the door.
Okay.
Is it locked?
All right. This door is unlocked.
Then he just throws it open.
All right. You see, there is a hallway that's beyond that.
Okay, and since Caitlin's already opened up another room, why don't you go with her?
Sure. Caitlin. For you see a dusty, uncluttered room that occupies this space. You see several shadow boxes hanging on the wall to either side with moldering linens on them. What do you do?
Oh boy, time to snoop and get in trouble.
Right.
Gonna look in through these.
As you look at the shadow boxes, you see that four of them have various mummified pixies that are pinned within the shadow boxes. And of one of them, you see that the glass has been shattered and it's empty.
Sure, that's fine.
Aside from that, there's nothing else in this room.
Can I take a closer look at, like, the one that's shattered? Did it look like it was shattered inward or outward?
Let's see.
Like, did something try to break out? Or did something try to break in?
Investigation, I guess.
Okay. Investigation. 20.
Judging by the amount of glass that is currently caught inside the shadow box, it's probably safe to assume the glass was smashed from the outside.
Okay, so from the outside in. Okay, interesting. Can you look through the bed?
Just lots of moldy linens. Nothing else really of note in here. You know, moldy straw that kind of pokes out of various spots of the mattress.
Is there anything special about these pixies? Or weird about the pixies?
Aside from the fact that they're all
mummied.
mummified?
Yeah.
Not really.
Okay. Okay. Is this just a wall right here?
Yep, that's just the wall. Yep, just the wall. Just go ahead and clean that up for you.
In that case, that can be my room if somebody else wants to take their turn.
All right. Back to predicates.
All right, he will just start stomping through this hallway until he sees something.
All right. As you get to the end of the hallway,
Uh-oh.
Above game, I'm in danger.
looks like-
To him, they're in danger.
in this gore-spattered kitchen, a stout figure with a stained apron, iron boots, a crimson cap, and a bloody meat cleaver chases a pair of vultures around a butcher's block while the squawking birds fight over a scrap of meat. You big blasted birds, get back here! As you see that this figure is just chasing the vultures around.
Real quick, Brody's gonna look over at Dom. You know, I feel like we're all split up, but this is not a good thing.
Probably not. We might
Should
want to
we?
convene. I could send Dorman around to gather everyone.
That'd be the best idea.
Right.
As
Dorman?
this is going on, Predicats, the vultures looked like they kind of make a beeline for you, and the figure comes on. You stop these birds for me! Get 'em!
Okay, give me a
Boy,
second.
Discord hated me right there.
You have
Discord
noise.
hated this
Well, no,
webcam.
it's not even that. I just think he has noise suppression on.
Yeah.
Because I could at least hear what he was saying.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see. What does Prairie Cats have that he could use? Maybe this. Okay, does one of them have the meat or like itself?
The one that's currently flying towards you does.
Okay, he'll just reach out, like, blow a smoke ring in its face, and he will cast Beast Bond. It's now my friend, and I tell it to bring me the meat.
You establish a telepathic link with one beast you touch that is friendly to you or charmed by you. Spell fails if the beast's intelligence is 4 or higher. Until the spell ends, the link is active while you and the beast are within line of sight of each other. Through the link, the beast can understand your telepathic message to it, and it can telepathically communicate simple emotions and casts its back at you. While the link is active, the beast gains advantage on attack rolls against any creature within 5 feet of you can see. I don't think the creature is technically friendly towards you, so I'll allow you to take the spell slot back, but...
That's fine. Well, then I guess I'll do something differently. The little golden acorn that he got, that just fell on his head, will glow in his pants pocket as do. He summons his own vulture that's made out of thorns.
Okay.
And that one will go over and steal the meat back and snap at this thing as you're going to have to make a token for my air spirit.
You know what? I'll just copy. Paste. And I'll just give it a green marker just to know it's yours.
And it just flies over to the other one, and it will snatch the meat away, and if the thing doesn't let it, it will attack.
Okay. Alright. As the vulture just kind of... As your thorn vulture just kind of goes and snaps away, the other vulture begins to chase after it as it begins to land in front of this stout person. But, yeah, the vulture's not going to take kindly to that as, you know what? Let's just maintain the initiative we have here, and I'll just roll extra what's on here.
All good.
Let's see.
Prairie Cats has attempted peace. Now there's only violence.
Peace for that piece of meat, but there is only war.
Listen, Prairie Cats is literally, you know that old saying, everything's a nail to a hammer? He was made to be a hammer.
Mm.
Alright. There we are, just that. All right, so we'll pick up on the figure's turn. Oh, aren't you just a dinner? Hey, what do you think you're doing? As it sees that creature getting close, we'll just kind of resolve the attack on that real quick. As the inciting thing of violence is going to be the vulture attacking the summoned vulture. Let's see. Hold on.
Vulture on vulture violence. You hate to see it.
Right.
Shame.
It's nice I can open character sheets for the tokens. Let's see. That's a 17 hit your summon.
Yeah, because it's only a second level spell.
It takes 3 points of piercing damage as it pecks it in the back.
Thank you for choosing violence.
It's like, hey, none of that, you blasted, bicky, burning shite! As he just walks over. Alright. Where's your character sheet? I just had it open.
Question: do me and Rhodey hear all the shouting to our south?
Oh, yeah. At this
I
point,
would
you're
hope
hearing
we
the
do.
sounds of heavy footfalls.
And as soon as I said that, should we find out where that is?
Probably a good idea.
You just see as just a quick cut for cuts. You see this figure, swing once, miss, swing twice, miss, and with the second flurry, just raises the cleaver overhead and manages to lob the bird's head off.
There goes my target rich environment.
Sounds alright, you that's the beast. And I guess let's see. So that'll conclude his turn. Dolph, it's your turn.
Well, since we heard all that noise to the south, Dolph is gonna go this way and open the door and see what's going on in here.
All right. You open the door. You step inside. In one corner, you see Predicates, with his hand outstretched, and then another, you see a stout figure with iron boots and a red cap, holding onto a cleaver and a decapitated vulture that's perched on this giant butcher's block, and a thorny vulture of sorts, while another vulture is off in the opposite corner.
Dolph is gonna freeze up seeing the man with the red hat. You recall he has a horrible fear of red hats.
Specifically.
What's going on in here?
Blasted berserk making off with my meat, so I'm making him pay, and he's helping. As the figure, who is she, is putting the cleaver in the direction of the Predicats, just to point him out.
Okay. He's going to look at the bird and shakily hold out his teapot. All right. Not an enemy. I see them. Respiriso. And shot of tea is going to launch out of it and attempt to hit the vulture. Needs to make a dex save or take 4 acid damage.
Let's see. Passes with a 16.
Damn. Goes a little too wide, I guess. Any interesting bonus actions I could do? I suppose I could... Well, I already asked Dorman to get everyone else, so I think I'm just going to have him fly over to Sola and let her know the situation as it has been.
Sorry. We were both clicking on his token at the same
Yeah.
time.
Let's see. Yeah, he's got a 40-foot fly speed, so I think he should be able to get there from his previous position.
The better question is, how does
Yep.
Solo react? Because you've never actually had Dorman speak.
I mean, he spoke a couple times.
Yeah,
What's
he did
that?
speak a couple times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What's that? The little Jimmy fell down the well?
Yeah. Dom says he needs your help. Something about a commotion coming from somewhere.
Okay.
All right.
And that will be me.
All right. Anything else to return, Dom?
Nope, that's it.
All right, Rudy.
So Rhodey's just going to like follow Dom into this. Well, like I'm gonna put myself right here just for the temporary. Just be like, Predicast.
Hmm.
What's going on?
He
Help.
he just points at the bird.
Yep, you see a 30 vulture, which was perched next to this figure. And then you see another vulture that looks like a real vulture over between the butcher block and the wall.
Fuck it, alright. Credit. It is Eldritch Blast. This guy.
All right.
That's a nat 20.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
Yep. Sorry, fellow avian. Not really, though. 8 damage.
I guess I haven't really had the chance to ask this before, Rudy, but how do you imagine their Eldritch Blast looks like?
Basically, he points Ness, and as soon as he points it, it goes out like a wand, basically.
All right, but as far as like the actual projectile for your Eldritch Blast, what does it look like?
Oh, if I can flavor it, it's gonna be a little mini Roadrunner that just runs across and explodes.
Meet.
Yeah, just like a little spectral-looking Roadrunner. That's... And as you see, yeah, as it hits the vulture, it just explodes. You just see it knock all the feathers off and just flop onto the floor, smoldering.
Got the fucking Looney Tunes explosion.
And with that,
gotta-
combat's over.
I gotta see real quick if I still have it.
Ah! Oh, go ahead.
I have a picture of an actual Roadrunner that he likes hanging out in front of our house.
Well, that was mighty kind of you. Saves me the effort of having to defeather this little bastard. As you see, the figure just picks up this vulture, hucks it over onto the butcher's block, and in a swift motion with the cleaver, ka-ching, chops the head off.
Yeah, not gonna lie, I kind of hate vultures. They were assholes.
Well, that makes 2 of us. Thank you for that, by the way. Chunk. Chunk. The name's Bloody Toes. I work as the personal cook, butcher, for Pavlorna. As you just see her kind of grumble to herself as she goes and hacks it. And it seems like every time she kind of says that, she kind of vents her frustrations out on the vulture. As she kind of takes the wing and just chunk, chops it off. Bolt draws out the next one. Ka-chunk.
Meanwhile, Predacats will just have his spirit start circling above this guy's head like a normal vulture, and he'll just look to Domp and go, "Handle it," and he's just going to throw open this other door.
Well, yeah.
All right. As you open that door, you see a pantry which contains dozens of pickle jars on wooden racks. You see that most of the jars are filled with pig snouts, toads, small birds, onions, mushrooms, and you see that it. Yeah, you see there's some of them that have mushrooms as well.
He'll just be like, too much to carry. And then he'll just walk over here and throw open this door.
Okay.
I just realized Predicats is treating this like when you find an abandoned house in New Vegas.
Pretty much.
This room is freezing. Chunks of frozen meat dangle from the ceiling on hooks and chains. Along the walls, more meat is stacked in piles on metal racks. A small frost-covered wooden coffer sits in the middle of the floor. The cold seems to be radiating from it.
And I will stop so that way Sola has a chance to join and possibly help with this conversation.
Mm.
Yeah, we'll say by this point, Sola, yeah, I hear you join the room as Dop just got up, or Predicats opens up the door.
Dump is
I hear
just
there's
staring at bloody toes, and then as soon as Soul comes, oh, Sola! Ah, thank goodness you're here. There's a bit of a scuffle,
Uh-huh.
and it is taken care of, but we've met this new person here, Miss Bloody Toes, and he's going to lean in very, very closely.
Chunk! Ka-chunk! As you hear more thwacks coming from the butcher's block.
I really don't want to talk to her. She's a red cap, and I'm terrified. Do you mind taking over?
Oh, yeah, sure. No, yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
Yes, of course. Should we get the others too while we're at it?
Yes, I'll take care of that.
I was gonna say, do you want to do that? Just get a...
And he'll just scooch past her and head upstairs to tell the others what's going down.
Alright. Treasure time
There.
bombs.
What did I miss?
Just because it's been standing in this one spot the entire time, just
Yeah.
waiting, watching.
You know what? I kind of feel bad for neglecting everything that's been kind of going up there. Let's go ahead and flash back up to upstairs. Sadara, after you let the cap go back out to the back end, what are you doing?
I touched the frog.
You touched the frog statue.
Yes.
It's very cold. As you kind of look at the statue, the mouth of the statue, you see there's an impenetrable darkness coming from it.
I reach for the darkness.
All right. As you reach into the darkness, your lid disappears into the darkness, and it feels as though your fingers were pushing through cool mud with eels swimming through it.
Did eels?
It feels like something's kind of swimming through it, yeah. Maybe eels?
I grab and pull.
Let's see. I just have to... Just out of curiosity, are you thinking of any other thoughts in particular as you're just kind of pondering on this? What's Sadara's status? She's pondering just grabbing through this frog smell. I'm just making sure here.
Her thoughts. She's just mostly just thinking of where is it. She's probably just pondering of where in the fucking the room is her last thing is basically what she's thinking at the moment.
Yeah, my sincere apologies. I actually have to double check something real quick in my notes.
Hmm?
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry, I was just checking my notes. Yeah, you just try and grab for the eels. It's kind of weird. As you kind of reach out for the eels and you attempt to feel around in there, it feels like they just kind of move away ever so slightly, just out of your range.
I keep
Although
re
as you kind of reach for it a little further, that itching that's at the back of your neck actually feels like it gets a little stronger.
I keep reaching.
As much as you try, as you struggle and struggle to try to reach out for whatever it is that's wiggling around in there, it's just beyond your fingertips as you try to reach and grab it.
Margaret, come here. And she just like starts sticking her head in and her whole torso in
All
to
right. As you begin to stick more of your arm and your torso in it a little further, as you just begin to reach for it, it begins to just sit at the tip of your mouth. You feel yourself grabbing onto cloth. What do you do?
I grab it and pull.
As you begin to pull out,
Phrasing.
oddly enough, you pull out with your arm and you sense, you see that there is a rather beautiful looking cloak. As you get a good look at this cloak, all of a sudden, feel your mind traveling back to the day at the Witchlight Carnival, where you felt like you had that thing that was lost from you, and as you realize you hold this cloak in your hand, a warm feeling rushes over you as you have regained your sense of fashion. And more importantly, since you have found your lost item, the curse that has been affecting you, at least your minor curse, has been lifted. And, mechanically, for the sake of this, you now regain the ability to have inspiration.
Yes. I can light fires again.
Is this about the time I get up the stairs?
Yep.
Would Sindara have said that out loud?
Yes, you would.
I see things are going well up here. Um, we found someone in one of the rooms, and I'm just trying to gather everybody up.
Rhodey's also like following him upstairs.
All right.
Skill will walk into the no doubt hole in the door that, or the lack of a door that Sindara left, and just kind of peek her head in. I believe we are being summoned downstairs.
Oh, okay. I found it. As she starts waving the cloak around.
Oh, people are going down. Okay.
Oh, good for you.
Way.
I suppose that's one of us that found something we lost.
So hopefully we find our other stuff soon. Anything else interesting up here? I mean, we'll probably head back up here if there's anything of note, I suppose.
I point towards the chest.
Rhodey from the stairs. Do I need to go up there? Kind of feel like I want to go up there.
I mean, do we want to deal with that first? I mean, the others are waiting in the other room, but I suppose we could do that really quickly, right? Wouldn't take you too long.
Absolutely.
I imagine the ball of light is listening to this entire conversation.
Yeah, they're just kind of sitting, fooling around.
Is
All right. Can
this
I
your room
move
right here too?
Oh,
moved up here then. Right.
Yep. The chest, you see a chest just kind of awkwardly squirming back and forth for a little bit here.
Where is it at?
Up here.
I point to the corner. It can move.
Hello, darling. Tell me what ails you. And Rhodey's gonna use his thieves' tools.
Okay. make your thieves tool check.
Is the ball reacting at all to Rhodey fiddling with this?
At this point, you see that the chest kind of reverts to its normal self. Now that it sees it's not being smashed.
I forget, is it strength or charisma that's this one? Or dexterity?
I think it's
Dexterity with
dex.
your thieves tool
It's dex.
proficiency. Yeah.
12.
As you attempt to crack open this lock, it's difficult. You spend a minute trying to fiddle away at it. No success.
Forgive me, it's been a bit.
No
Can I try
worries.
again?
Yeah, after a minute. Yeah, give me another one.
We could always come back if it's a little too difficult at the moment.
14.
You try for another minute or so with fiddling with it, and you still cannot break the lock on it.
Wait,
This thing is either I'm really out of practice or this thing is pesky.
wait a second. I just thought of something. Dumph will fiddle around in his bag and pull out an iron key. I forget where we got this, but it's worth attempting, I suppose.
Well, go ahead.
And Dumph will take the iron key he has and put it in the chest and see if it unlocks it.
You take that iron key, and as you go to put it up towards the lock, it's too big. It won't fit for that one.
Ah, dang. Oh well,
We can always come back.
true. You just
That's
gotta warm up your hands a little bit.
Is
At this,
that
hearing
door
that,
right there
Rhodey,
too?
hearing that, Rhodey's annoyed. He's gonna try one more time.
Okay. Another thief's tool
No,
check.
I'm better than this. And apparently I'm not.
Yeah,
At
you
least
tried
it wasn't
struggle.
this side.
You tried struggle. It's as you go to move your tumbler and your pick. It's just you thought you get it at the last second, but the tumbler inside the lock falls back down. It's awkward. You just think you can just go back to another pin and attempt to push it up. That one falls back down. You think you almost have it, but still no success in opening the lock.
All right.
We all have off days. I'm sure we'll come back here and you'll crack it first try.
All right. Let's put a pause on that one, and let's cut back downstairs to the kitchen. Thwack. Ka-chunk. As Sola and Predicates, you see Bloody Toes is going to work on butchering the carcass of the vulture.
So, realizing that she's now with Predicates and this weird little red cap starts to sweat a little bit. So, what have I missed?
Oh, these stupid birds! As you see her just cut it and chop off one of the legs on it. Always try to get after my meat! But who's got the last laugh now? As, you know, it manages to chop off the tail of it, and as it begins to just begins to ruthlessly draw and quarter this bird. Definitely seems a lot more angry now that it's, you know, venting its frustrations on the bird.
Right. Well, I'll leave you to that. She looks over at Predicats, makes a little bit of a face. She just goes, "Have we found anything in here?"
He'll point over to the room behind her. Pantry. Point to the room behind him. Very cold room. Possibly magic. Have to check the other door. And then he will lean in with the most subtlety he has ever displayed to you and just go, "I was relying on Dom for you to figure out if I killed this one."
Wait, what?
Yeah, he just points at the red cap.
Oh. I mean, I guess we can. Is there any reason not to? It's not doing anything, I think. Right?
Chunk. Ka-chunk.
Besides killing vultures.
He'll just shrug and be like, alright. If it tries to hurt you, let me know. And he's just going to walk past, not even, like, giving Bloody Toes any sense, and just throws open this next door.
Alright. At this point, as you go to move over the door, you just hear thunk, 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 thunk. Alright, out of my way. I gotta put this in the locker. As you just see Bloody Toes just throw the door open. Dunk, dunk, dunk. Stop her way inside. And Predicats, as you go to open this door over here.
Ah!
3 large iron cages hang from wooden beams that extend out from this balcony over the lake below. Trapped inside one of the cages is a smiling satyr. "Hello there," he says.
Who are you?
"Oh, glad to ask. The name's Vansel. What's yours?"
Parade the cuts Osleys. I serve the Bramble Queen.
"Oh, a very astute title for you. The pleasure."
Are you a
Noticeably, as you're kind of looking at the satyr, the first thing you notice is that he's naked.
Predicats is also basically naked. He is just wearing scraps of clothes, so you do you.
"So, what brings you up here?" As Vansel just kind of looks over at you.
Me and my companions were charged with killing the hag that lives here. She ran like a coward.
"Oh, that sounds like a rather fantastic tale, huh? How's that coming along?"
Slowly, she ran.
"Oh, she's gone. Well, good for you for driving her off." Since she's gone, I don't suppose you'd be able to help me with a favor, would you?"
You want out of the cage?
"Well, if you would, I would most appreciate it."
Is
You just see him give a big smile.
Is it a metal cage? Like, tell me what it looks like.
Yeah, it's just a rusty iron cage that's kind of hanging out. It's kind of propped up on a boom. It's just kind of hanging off of the edge of the balcony.
All right, he'll just step up, stand away from the wall, as he just slashes at the lock with primal savagery.
All right. Let's see. You know what? For the flavor of this, make an athletics check for me.
Why would you do this to me?
Oh, no.
I mean,
I
I'm
just
literally
thought of something this
I'm
man is
literally
making.
swinging with claws that are oozing acid, and it's already a rust-pocked, like, cage. But that's a 12.
As a 12, as you go to take your bars, you try to, in an effort to try and slash and possibly pry open the bars. They're pretty strong for being rusty bars. Huh. Although, as you kind of look over the cage, there is a padlock that's on the door.
Then he'll just grab the padlock. His claws will extend around his hand. He's just gonna hold it while he does primal savagery over and over again until the acid does his work.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Make a primal savagery attack on there.
Do. It is a stationary lock he's holding in his hand. How?
You know, I'll allow you to roll with advantage on that. just
Thank you. So
because-
that's from a nat 1 to a 21.
Yeah, that'll hit roll damage.
Do. And then 2 damage. He is really now being pissed off at how much this thing is fighting him. So I'm going to use my Nature's Might, since we got a short rest during the last session. He's going to burn 3 uses of it. So, let me mark that off. And that will be 3d4.
All right.
Yeah, he was really mad, so that's 9 extra damage on top of the 2.
Yeah, as you hone your claws and focus them in right at the lock of this padlock for the cage, you just see the acid just drench from from the nails of your claws, and you just hear the popping and sizzling as the acid drips its way into the mechanisms, and then you feel and hear a click as the lock manages to dislodge itself. Broken.
Alright. Stick with me until we can find a place where you're useful. And he's just going to walk back in.
Oh, most excellent.
And,
Well,
and-
that'll save me the trouble of not being eaten today.
yeah, oh no, then he'll just look to Solo before he even makes his way in. Like, she probably heard noises. I found a naked satyr. He might be useful.
Hello there. Oh, I don't suppose you would happen to have any clothes for me, would you? As he just kind of looks over. At this point, Bloody Joe's just goes like, "Hey, what do you think you're doing out there like that?" As Bloody Toast just kind of looks over and points at Fancel. And let's take the moment as we kind of pause on this to take a quick break.
Okie dokie.
All right.
So we are just fucking with everything in this house.
Oh yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Anything that isn't
I-
bolted down is ours now. She
I'm
left.
gonna say
Right.
this. The instant that it cuts back to Rhodey and them, he's gonna try again. He is pissed off. He's not getting this fucking lock.
I also just want to point out, for those who are going to see this on YouTube later, we have answered the question that I made the title of this episode. Are we home invaders? Yes.
Yes, yes, we are.
Though I will also
Yes.
take a bathroom break, so I'll be right back.
I'll get some more water, and I shall return.
What the? Oh.
I will also be right back.
I am returned.
Welcome back.
But yeah, we got a whole bunch of stuff happening here, so this has been fun.
Mm-hmm. We broke the main rule. Don't split the party. Also, apologies if you heard loud banging. My mic has come off a stand twice now for some reason.
I didn't hear anything, but I only just put my headphones back on, so.
The good thing for me is I'm like, hey, I'm gonna have the foresight to make it where my my voice sensitivity is on where it only hears me and it doesn't hear like anything below that, like me eating or anything like that.
Mm.
We.
Meanwhile, I'm just glad this is my
I'll-
week where I eat good on D&D. I have 3 games.
Mhm.
Hey, I feel that because that's gonna be that's me this week because we actually had our sessions this morning.
Yes, but
Just me too.
but this next week I may have no D&D, which will be rough. Also because I no longer have a Monday stream because we're taking a break from Wizard Sips Plays because some things need to get done and I need to be paid before those things can be done. I'm in my intentional struggle week.
Yeah. I got mage this Saturday.
Mm.
I potentially may be moving next Tuesday, so that might throw my availability up in the air.
Oof.
The first thing I would suggest you do, by the way, Chaco, is get internet as soon as possible.
Apparently the place has their own internet service, but it's kind of ass. So basically, I'm looking at a place that, like, for a 1-bedroom apartment, the rent is only gonna be like 700 something a month, which really isn't that bad. That's really good for when most studios and 1-beds are like $1,000.
Yeah.
And right now, I have 2 jobs, but because I'd essentially be moving out of town, back to I'd be moving from the town I live in right now back to my hometown. And one of the jobs I'd be able to transfer to, because it's a grocery store, it's basically our local Midwest Meyer grocery store, which is like a Michigan thing. But the other one is JCPenney. And there's no longer a JCPenney in Battle Creek, because basically the mall, it's called Lakeview Square Mall, but basically our shopping mall is pretty much becoming a relic of the past. And when I say that, there's maybe a grand total of like 10 shops there now.
Yes, the COVID factories are no longer in business.
Mm-hmm.
I have returned.
Welcome back.
So basically that Penny's closed down. The Penny's here in Kalamazoo hasn't, but that just means I'm gonna lose one of my jobs when I move over there, and I already told that to the I made the mistake of telling that to the leasing guy that I talked to on the phone today, and when I should have just kept my mouth shut. I should have been like, yeah, I got these 2 jobs, not mention that I had a car, not mention that, it's not like I can transfer both jobs over to town. So we'll see. They're going to judge when I put the application in tomorrow. It's going to be a case of they're going to judge me on several factors. So one bad factor won't necessarily mean I'm automatically going to be denied. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed and hoping that I can find a place, because I have to move in a weekend. If I can't, bad things will happen.
Well, hopefully it all works out.
Yeah, hopefully.
Well, now here's the question: are we all back?
I am.
Groovy. All right, I will put it back.
I
on
have
the scene.
chocolate milk.
Hoshi's muted. I don't know if he's back.
Oof. Well, unfortunately, I already went back to the screen, so give me a second here.
I'm here.
Okay, so we're good.
So we're all good?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Bloody Toast just kind of looks up and said, "Hey, why did you come from? What are you doing here?" "Oh, don't mind me, Jimmy, just a second." Vassal just kind of looks around, slides over towards this pantry. Let's see, so just to borrow something else. "Hey, what do you think you're doing over there?" And in a flash, you see Vassal just kind of look. In a flash, he grabs the first thing he sees, which is a bloodstained apron, which he uses that to kind of wrap himself. It's like, well, I guess that's better than nothing. Sorry, it's just like, just don't mind me. I'm just gonna, as he just kind of looks over at Bloody Toes and then just kind of dashes out. Wait, what are you doing? Ah! Ah, fine, get out of here, you blasted. Ugh. As she just makes her way back over here, and just starts hacking away at the other vulture, drawing it, cornering it. Ka-chunk.
So, while the red cap was in the freezer, did they do anything interesting? Weird? Funky?
You
Magical?
just saw her just like take the various pieces and just like the main carcass that was just kind of hang up. You saw that she kind of hung it from a hook, and there was like a couple other shelves that she just kind of threw all those meats on.
It's essentially a meat locker.
Yeah.
Yep. Ka-chunk. Ka-chunk. All right. Let's take a quick breather from that as we flash forward back to everybody else upstairs.
And this again, damn it! I'm not gonna let the lock beat me.
Now hold
All
on
right.
before you try again. Let me help. You have guidance.
There it
you.
is. All right, give it another these.
I didn't need it this time.
All right.
Fuck you, roll 20.
All right. As you're learning from your previous mistakes, and actually in a swifter move this time, you managed to successfully unlock the chest.
I'm like, I'm not gonna let it go to waste. You use the spell, I'm not gonna let it go to waste.
All right. As you look inside the chest, you see there is a 12-inch marionette. This one is very creepy that it has faces on the opposite sides of its head. You see one face has a moon and the other is a sun. You also see there's an unpunched ticket from the Witchlight Carnival. As you look at it, there's a signature on it. And I'll just go ahead and I'll just type it out in the chat what is signed on the ticket. Notes. There. Party notes. And you see a bundle of 3 scrolls that look like they're kind of tied together. Well, it looks like an instrument string. And that's what's all in the chest.
We're taking all of this, right? Just to be sure. I mean,
Most likely.
I don't know what a lot of this will do, but hey, better we have it than her.
Question. Is this a door right here?
Sorry, I was tapped off for a second. Yeah, there is a door over there.
I'm gonna go open the door.
You open the door and you see there's just a small balcony that just kind of overlooks the water.
Okay.
Wait, there was a guy just outside. I can't believe I've already forgotten. He wanted us to see if we could find something for him, didn't he? What was it?
What guy?
What was that, Hoshi?
Oh, I said what guy?
Very sad bard was playing a sad song on the road here. We talked with him and he wanted us to find something of his that Bevlorna had. It's on the tip of my tongue.
It might be over in there.
Sure remembered what it was. Anybody? Okay, I forgot to put it in my notes. I remember there was a
I'll
guy.
allow. I was gonna say I'll allow an intelligence check for Dom to remember.
Let's see. Flat int. 20.
20. Well, you remember looking for two things. One, for Octavian, I believe it was. You were looking for his heart. And for Clapperclaw, you were looking for a stag head.
Ah.
I go back into the room.
All
And
right.
I'm going to grab this off the wall.
All right.
Antler.
Yep. You go and grab the stag head. You go and lift it up, and yep, you now have a stag head.
You mean this?
Okay, well, that was what we needed for Clapperclaw, but I remember now. It was Octavian. Octavian Melamne got his heart swapped out. Now, is that metaphysical or an actual heart? Oh,
Go stick your head back in the room and looks around again.
I'll join in looking around to give advantage.
I think
That's because going to look at the orb and say, you wouldn't happen to know anything about a heart, would you?
No. Not that I've seen. There's never been a heart up here. Well, while you're asking that, as far as other stuff that's in this room, you have the stag head. You see a porcelain jar made of varnish white clay on the wooden table. The legs have been painted to look like a chicken legs. And you see there's the wooden mannequin that's up in the corner over here that has a helmet on it, Tom.
I look at Dolph and told him do not touch the statue, the mannequin.
You know what? Funny, I think Dolph was about to, and then he says, "Oh well." The.
And then
I'm sorry. Go
I
ahead.
I was gonna go towards the jar
All right.
and open it.
Inside the jar, you see there are two halves of a broken wishbone.
That's a wishbone. No heart.
Part of me wants to take that because it might be useful, but I don't know where.
Maybe.
I mean, Bevlorna's not here to stop us at this point. It's what she gets for running off.
Is there any places you guys know in the house that has a heart that could have one?
Not that I can think of. There's a room with a bunch of birds in it that maybe we could get some information from them with one of the people that can speak with animals, but
How big are the birds?
not very. Like, what was it, raven-sized, approximately?
Oh, then you have to talk to the grumpy one then.
We should
Hey.
probably get back.
Hey, Bill.
Yeah, Chaco.
This area that I'm pinging, was this another door we never went through here?
Where at? Over there?
Yeah, on the floor everybody else is on, over where that dining
Yeah.
area was.
Yeah, there is another door, and there's a couple of windows that are over there. I'll just say above game, that's just another balcony.
Okay.
But, yeah, as the three of you make your way downstairs, at this point, you see, as you're making your way down the stairs, you see there's you see a satyr wearing nothing but a bloody apron, and as he just kind of looks up, he's like, oh, four of you. Hello there.
Why are you
Hello,
naked?
Oh, that's a funny story, actually. See, I was caught by some brigands, and I was just, throwing in some of the cages outside, but, oh, you happen to be the friends with the green-haired horned fellow that's back there, as he just kind of motions back that way.
Yes.
Friends is a loose word, but yes.
Oh, he happened to free me from the cage. It's a good thing he did, too. He just kind of leans in towards you, Visca. There's the red cat that was in there was probably fixing to cook me and eat me. But I'm glad he didn't. It's still a good story, though, right?
Yes, that is quite the story. Pardon me for a moment. Let's go. We'll give this man basically like a once over, like an up and down, just to see if he has any like lingering injuries. Or anything that she could just like quickly patch up.
Yeah, sure. Make a quick medicine check.
Sundara just have her eyes covered.
Pardon me, just a moment. A 15.
You sense that he's probably has some malnourishment. Looks like he hasn't eaten anything in a couple days. His eyes look rather black, but in spite of his condition, he seems rather optimistic.
Does appear you haven't eaten much recently. She'll give him a ration out of her pocket.
Oh, bless your heart. And he'll just take the ration and just scuff it down. Delicious, thank you. I never imagined a ration would taste this good.
Well, if you want a proper meal, I'm sure you can stick around. Me and my companions will no doubt make camp at some point before the night ends, and we'll definitely have something prepared. Or you can make your you can make your way on your own, whatever fits you.
Well, as much as I would like to hang around with you, I do have other places I need to be to. Be sure to thank your friend Predicats once again for freeing me. Farewell for now. And he's just kind of do like the parade wave as he just kind of exits stage left.
So long. Hopefully you find more clothes.
Please do.
That's kind of is completely just stone faced at seeing somebody just seeing this satyr man just wearing nothing but a bloody apron.
Oh, Sundara's flustered.
To be fair, she has a doctor, and pretty sure she's seen naked patients all the time.
Probably.
Oh, for sure.
I'll
just
just be
buy this one.
amused.
Yep.
I'm sorry. All that came to my head.
Buy this.
All that came to my head was turn your head and bleat.
Oop.
So that's our raid message for tonight, right?
Yeah.
Turn your head and bleat. Yes.
That might be the episode title. We'll be real.
Yes, that has to be now. That has to be a raid message now too.
At the very minimum, it's called as a session.
Yeah, turn your head and bleed. All right. And at this point, you hear ka-chunk, ka-chunk. Yeah, everybody else who hasn't seen it before, you see a red cap currently just finishing drawing and quartering this bird at this point, as far as you can tell. Which everyone else who has been here previously would know that this is a vulture. As you just see here going, Alright, that's another one. Alright, out of my way, out of my way. As she makes her way, slams the door open, and vanishes inside the locker. I hear a ka-chunk.
I suppose I'm not surprised the hag has hired red caps.
Yeah.
You'll just see
Ralph is sort of cowering.
Predicates.
Mm-hmm.
Hired is kind of a loose way to say it, as you hear her yelling from inside the locker.
Against your will?
Yeah. Stupid bitch. Tricked me into helping her out.
Well, I mean, we're trying to get rid of her. Do you want any help with anything? She's kind of screwed
You
over a
just hear
few
the...
people, actually.
As you say, do you want to help without missing a beat, you just hear the door fling in sideways. Wham! You said you'll get rid of her?
Well, it's what we're trying to do. A few people kind of need help with that, actually, so...
She turned invisible and ran away. I don't know if she's even here anymore, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh, she's gone! Well, what the hell am I still doing here? You just gotta see her look down, take the cleaver, and just chuck it at her side as you see it embeds into the floor. I've got no business being here if she's not here.
Before you go, you wouldn't happen to know anything about a heart that's being stored here? We've been requested to retrieve it.
Heh. Well, it's funny you should mention that. You just see her head just kind of wrap on the door that's behind her. Apparently, that Florida had something stuck in here in order to make that meat locker for the meats to keep it cold. Something about that chest she has in there. I never bothered to open it, but that's what... Maybe that's what you're looking for?
Well, worth a try.
Alright, well, my business is done here. I think I'll go grab a drink for the road before I take off. Donk, 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 as you hear her just trudge down the hall.
Sindar opens the chest.
Oh, thank God she didn't come this way.
As you open the chest, you see there is a... Let's see, actually I have to double check something here. You see that the wooden chest inside is frozen shut.
I will pull it open.
Alright, give me an athletics check.
What I can. I'm gonna keep trying.
Alright, try again.
16.
Alright, as you try and pry the coffer, but your hand slips for a second. But as you try and grip it underneath the ride, you manage to bust it open. And as you fly the chest open, lump, 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 lump. You look down inside, you see there is, in fact, a still beating heart inside this chest. Lump, 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 lump.
Found it.
Veska, can you perform open heart surgery? I think we're gonna need to help this man.
No, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. Faye are pretty useful at actually pulling things out that you can just go back in. He points at his own chest. I would know.
Well, I dare say I've never attempted before, but that's the first time for everything. Oh, which, by the way, Predicates, your, well, mostly naked friend wanted to, thank you for freeing him.
Did he run off?
I
He did
believe so,
indeed.
yes. I gave him some food for the road. He seemed like he hadn't eaten in a few days.
I told him to stay because I thought he'd be useful. Depending on if he's useful when we meet him again, I may kill him.
And leaving him alive is just not an option, apparently.
I went to great personal lengths to free him. He ran very fast.
I mean,
Perhaps,
wouldn't you
perhaps
if
it's
you were
best
in
that
this
him.
situation?
Then I suppose it's best he and us probably don't meet again.
I mean, to be fair, I think it's kind of foolish for him to run anyway. The Feywild isn't exactly a safe place, and he's elected to just be alone.
You will also see Prettycut's eyes go wide. There's only one way off of this island, and it's our boat. And you said he had a head start.
Oh, that is a fair point. I
Already
think we're
running.
done here. We've gotten everything.
Yeah.
The boat.
Sindara's just gonna close the chest and pick it up and run with it.
All right. As you go to remove the heart from the chest, you
And then
slowly
I
start.
don't- I don't-
She's
I don't re-
picking up
I didn't
the
remove it.
chest.
Yeah.
Oh, you're picking
I'm
up the
picking up.
chest. Okay.
Just pulling the whole chest with us.
All right. You're taking the chest. Let's see. Double check it real quick.
I mean, that thing can only weigh up probably 10 pounds. Because a heart does not weigh a lot.
Yeah. Most of the weight's probably the chest itself, honestly.
All right. So, I take it you're all just gonna leave and go after Vansel?
No,
Mhm.
we don't
All
care
right.
about we don't care about him. We're just making sure that he did not steal our boat.
We're going for boat. Him being there is just a thing. It's there,
All right.
maybe.
All right. Well. All right. Just for the sake of brevity, as you make your way down towards the exit. As you begin to descend the walkway down towards the water underneath Beth Florida's cottage, you do happen to see Clapperclaw and Vansel in quick conversation as you realize, hold on, I have to go grab his token real quick. Man, so I guess his token is here. Because yeah, you do see the two of them in conversation right at the base of the boat, right at the docks.
Oh, good. Glad we caught up to you, Vansel.
Oh, right. Right. Oh, I just realized. Oh, right. Ruler of City. 1 second. He kind of looks around and he looks down at the base of the dock. Oh, this'll do. He just sees a stick. He picks it up. You hear him just kind of whisper something real quick. And you see just him make some gestures with his hand, and from the tip of the stick sprouts a flower. And he'll present the stick towards you, Predicates. For your efforts for releasing me. And I figure it's the least I could do.
He will take it while making sure to keep his eyes on Vansel to make sure he does not get into the boat.
Well, I was gonna say, as apologies for earlier, I don't suppose you could help me get across, would you? As he just kind of looks over at the lot of you.
We could.
Asking is a lot, or is very appreciated.
You know, it's
better than the alternative.
just the darndest thing. We were speaking and we realized you don't have a way off this island, and we do. Well, island is generous, this hut.
Well, yeah, I mean, I was just more concerned about getting away from the red cap, but it's at this point you just kind of hear thumps coming from up above as you realize you do see bloody toes kind of making her way down the causeway.
Oh yeah, she's probably heading down this way too. She realized she's not bound to this hut anymore. We should leave.
Oh, we're leaving now? Okay. As you see Clapperclaw just begin to jump into the boat.
Well,
Also, Clapperclaw, we found your head, by the way.
Oh, excellent! Yay! I'm so happy you found it! Oh, congratulations, little friend. This vessel just kind of looks up at you. It's like, okay, can we get in the boat now, please?
That sounds
Sindara
good to
looks.
me.
Sindara stares at the sailor. Who's sitting next to him, or behind him, or in front of him?
I'll take behind.
Shola just shrugs. She just gets in the boat. It's fine.
Yeah, Dump doesn't really care. He'll sit wherever.
Same with Rhodey. He's just like, we're trying to leave, so.
Man,
Sindaro's
across
sitting
the-
nowhere near him.
from across the fourth dimension, as you say, I'll take behind, you just hear him say, giggity.
Ooh, ooh, right.
Oh my.
Oh. All right. So as you begin to pile off the boat and you just get to shut off, you begin to shove off. You see Bloody Toes just kind of stopping them down. As you just get just out of sight as she makes her way to the edge of the pier. Well, now what? How am I supposed to get across?
That sounds like a you problem.
Don't antagonize her.
Fuck you! As you just kind of hear her call out.
Sorry. We thought you had a way off.
You just hear her just give the classic Yosemite stuff. Shut up, fashion, stupid fucking there.
Do I have to roll? Because I very clearly lied.
Yeah, sure, roll deception check.
Ooh, that's a 9. Damn it. I have a plus
That's
7.
even funnier, honestly. Like, she could clearly tell you're lying.
I'm
We
sure
know
I'm
you.
terrified.
She just
You
did
just
the
heard Rhodey. Fuck
just
you, I
did
don't
the-
give a shit.
she just did the fucking Yosemite Sam tantrum.
Yeah, wrestle, getting stuck in all this fucking wrestle.
Rhodey just yells back, hey, look at it this way. You got yourself a free hunt.
Not that I want to stay here anyway, you piece of shit. Wrestle. And after a while, you just hear a splash.
Really hope she's not coming after us.
She's wearing iron shod boots. She does not
The tip of her
float.
cap is the tip of her cap is just bobbing above the water like a shark fin.
After a while, as you begin to shove off, you apparently lose track of her.
We this campaign has officially reached peak Looney Tunes level.
It really has.
I'd argue we're peak Futurama.
Who's the Bugs Bunny, though? That's the real question. Is it Sola?
It's,
Oh, well.
Might be.
I would say
Yeah.
it's Sola or Rhodey, because he's the one antagonizing her.
Yeah.
I still got something in my back pocket that I haven't even been able to use yet.
I say
Patiently waiting.
Sindara's Bugs Bunny just because of all the shenanigans she gets into.
Dolph is Porky Pig.
I can see that, yeah.
And then Predicates is obviously Daffy.
Yeah.
Out of
Yeah, no, he is not that emotional.
No, you're right.
A muted Daffy.
I muted Daffy, yeah.
out of mild curiosity, as far as like small, medium, large goes, how big is a rowboat?
Well, the skiff is big enough to hold 8 people.
In terms of small, medium, or large?
It's large.
Okay, good to know.
Sweats in uncertainty with that question.
The surprise tool that'll help us later.
So, do we make it back to land?
Where do you guys wish to go?
I guess our first stop would be to return this beating heart we have.
All right.
Unless we want to keep it for some reason.
I don't think we need it.
Sindara just has a chest on her shoulder, not looking back.
Also a complete stag head, just hanging off, I guess, your shoulders.
We could just give that back to Clapperclaw. He's here.
Yes, please. As you just kind of, you see without thinking, Clapperclaw just takes his head that has the gourd on it. He just rips it off and just drops it in the boat. And you hear it go ka-chunk, 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 ka-chunk. And then he extends both of his hands out, reaching for the stag skull.
How close is he to Sindara? Because
Well,
she
I guess
has...
he would be sitting next to you since you're the one that visibly has it.
Okay, then I'll just hand it to him.
Yay! He just turns it around, just crick, 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 puts it in the head, and you see the skull just looks around a little bit, and you actually see the lower part begin to move as he talks. I missed it. Thank you again, and you just see him just reach out to hug you, Sindara.
He pats him on the head. You're welcome.
Well, time to make good on my promise. You have my head, and I will be able to lead you to thither. Once we return your, what is in there? And he just kind of points at the chest.
A heart.
Yeah, person got their heart taken by Bevlorna, so we're just making sure they get it back.
Oh.
Not in the romantic sort of way, in the actual physical heart sort of way.
It's kind of
Oh.
weird that's a thing that can actually happen, but again, Fade Wild.
Really
Mhm.
common,
Well-
actually.
Not surprising, really.
I mean, hearts do taste like liver.
How?
Brody just turns over. How the fuck do you know that?
Hey, I'm glad you asked, because I was thinking about asking, but I didn't know if I wanted to know.
You use all the deer. Sorry. You use all of the deer.
My mom.
Hmm.
You ate your mom's
combine
heart?
those two answers and say that that's okay. That's good enough for right now. So let's go.
Yeah, that's reasonable. Some people eat the whole deer. I mean, it's the least wasteful way to go about it, of course.
She just keeps quiet from that comment because she don't want to make it more weird.
Above game, I know exactly. Like, anybody who was in the last campaign knows exactly who your mom is, and that makes it even funnier.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, as you begin to make your way towards the docks over here, well, Vatzel just looks over to you. Thank you once again for seeing me off. And as payment for that, he'll just look around. Oh, there's another one. He'll just kind of go over. He'll just kind of whisper around and he'll take another stick and he'll have a flower blooming from it. He'll offer this one to you, Dump.
Dump will take the flower.
All right. And with that, I must bid you all adieu. Thank you so much. And farewell, and may your journeys be ever adventurous. As he begins to skip down the road as the apron just begins to flap around.
Sindara just turns away from him.
Isn't there something interesting over there? Are you looking?
Meanwhile,
Something you don't want to...
I was gonna say,
That's nice water. That's a real nice water.
That's because just like, I don't know about you, but I like him.
He seems like a nice fellow.
Praedykas ignores all of this, shoves his
Has
stick.
this-
He shoves the stick in front of Domf. Is this a magic stick or are we just swindled?
I think he was just giving us a flower as a gift, but I can certainly check. And I'll just ritual cast detect magic and see, are these magical, these flowers?
Well, no,
Okay.
there's sticks with flowers on them.
Hmm.
All right. As you begin to cast detect magic, a few things do strike up. These sticks with the flowers on them. I just have to double check. I just have to double check something. Of the 2 sticks that you have, give off enchantment magic,
Oh.
as well
These-
as from the chest, you detect abjuration magic.
Interesting. So there is enchantment magic on the stick with the flowers, and I'm detecting abjuration magic from the chest.
And then, as well as you detect from the scrolls that were on your person, you detect divination magic coming from all 3 of those.
Ooh, and the scrolls have divination magic on them. Interesting.
I just have to double check, see what other magics.
But thank you, Draco. I've updated my sheet from stick to magic stick.
Good. I'm going to update mine as well from stick with flower on it to magic stick with flower on it.
I'll say while Milla
If
is...
only.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I was going to say if only somebody had identified, but not yet.
Hold on. Gotta make
Quick
sure I do.
question, Hoshi. Did Sadara happen to take the jar that had the chicken bones in them? I'm just asking for brevity.
Did not.
I did say we might want to take it, so if Sindra didn't, Domf would have.
Okay. You detect a faint hint of divination magic coming from the 2 halves of the wishbone.
Huh. And the wishbone also has divination magic on it. Neat.
Meanwhile, Praedykas just like, okay, stick's magic. He tucks it into his belt, and now he's just standing there waiting for someone to tell him what to do.
And also, the cloak that you have is also giving off magic. Dara.
And what magic is the cloak giving off?
Let's see. That cloak gives off transmutation magic.
And your cloak has transmutation magic on it.
Hmm?
Oh, the cloak you're wearing. I don't know exactly what it does, but it does have enchantment does have transmutation magic on it.
Would Sindara know that, or is it something new to her?
Apparently it's new to you.
Huh.
Yeah, honestly, you would not have seen this cloak before.
We've got a pretty good haul, all things considered. Shame Bevlorna's still alive, but you know, one problem at a time.
Also, we know these items are magical. We don't know if they're cursed.
Fair point.
So what are we doing here again?
We have 1 heart, Donf will tap the chest that we need to deliver back to its owner. And then, unless there's anything else we want to do here and hither, we could move on to thither. Did we want to solve the problem that's going on around here that Bevlorna and her sisters caused, or are we just cool to move on to the next issue?
Sounds a whole lot like not killing hags.
But see, like I asked you earlier, do you think that your queen might also want us to help with this and you just weren't sure? Maybe this could also be part of your job and we just don't know it.
Just complete dead-ass stone face of just like, he has no answer for you, and he is just going off of what he was told. Basically retail energy.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Well, I mean, look, if we have people to help with these other hags, maybe it would help us, I don't know, beat them?
It might help in the long run.
Sindaro asks the party, is the satyr gone yet? Or out of sight, at least?
He's left, I'm pretty sure. We don't see him in our eyesight anymore, right? He's ran off.
Yeah, you kind of heard him begin to whistle to himself as he skipped off, and
Yeah, it's
yeah,
unfortunate. I probably could have actually gotten him some new clothes, but oh well.
Why would he be skipping around naked?
Because he has no
think
clothes.
he cares.
See, I was going to say he doesn't have shame, but both of those answers are also probably correct.
I'm sorry, I had Bubby and I had to do this. The Emperor has no clothes.
all right. As a lot of you begin to make your way back towards the mushroom forest over here, you once again hear the sharp hunting tunes of the pipes that Octavia was playing. As you begin to follow them to the source, you see Octavia in a relatively close spot to where he was before. As he begins to notice you, he stops. Oh, you're back.
You found your heart, I think.
Oh. Well, may I see it?
We've gotten to the heart of the matter. And he'll gesture at the chest.
Sindaro sets the chest down and opens it.
Oh. By the way, I hate to dump this on you guys right now, but as you guys left the college, congratulations, you're 5th level.
Yay!
Because you did deal with Bavlorna, technically, so, yeah.
In a sense.
Above game, thanks for resetting my thing to level 4, because I don't know what happened with that last time.
So as you begin to make your way over towards Octavian, as you hear the lub lub, lub lub, lub lub, as you open the chest, oh, that's cold. Well, that is my heart. Well, now what? As he just kind of looks at all of you.
That is an excellent question.
Praedygots walks up, grabs the heart, and then just shoves it at his chest. Because he is actually experienced someone reaching into his chest and just pulling out a heart.
You know what, Praedygots? Make an Arcana check for me.
16. Though, let me check. Let me make sure.
You know what? Given your fey nature for that, I'll allow it with advantage and let you get the 18.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you have the heart, if you were able to have a spell that would end a curse, you would probably allow the heart to go back inside.
He'll just turn around. Can anyone remove a curse? It'll just go back. He turns. He turns looking at the several casters who, since we have just leveled, have access to 3rd level spells and might have remove curse now.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I
let
was
me
gonna
look
wait, but
to
I guess I'm
see.
gonna try to do that now.
All right, if you're getting remove curse, I don't have to. Cool.
Oh no, I don't even know if I get it. Hold on.
Bards do.
Okay, I don't know if I get it either. I think that might be a thing I have on here because all of the curse magic with what I have.
If not, also, well, actually, no. Chaco's multi-class, so he wouldn't get.
Let me see.
Not yet.
And that'd be our level. So that's third level. So at third level, I would get. Or third level spells or remove curses. Do I get access to them yet? Yes, I do. So I could grab it if you don't get it.
Let's see. And then hold on. Next. Yeah, I'm getting there. Oh, that's not.
Level up sizes and intensify.
Yeah, it doesn't look like I get it.
Then I will grab it. So I don't have it added to the sheet yet, but I did just pick up I could maybe. Like, my magic is centered around curses. Maybe I can undo it too. Let me just take a quick look-see here. He's gonna look at the chest, then look at him, take the heart. I just need to really quickly look up English to Latin here. Okay. Come on. Damn you, Google Translate.
Well, if you want to do it soundlessly, I can tell you how you need to actually do it. Since Latin root, you could just do the sign for the evil eye.
You know what? Fair enough. I will do that.
Rock on.
Oh wait, there we go. Now it's working. Remo maledictem. And he'll make the sign for the evil eye, and then push the heart at his chest. While the teapot begins steaming as if it's brewing something. And the light will flash, and he'll slowly push it back in.
All right. And I assume you successfully cast Remove Curse?
Yes.
As you begin to push the heart into Octavian's chest, right next to where the heart goes in, you see this black and green riddled mass immediately force itself out of his chest and land right at his feet with a horrified splorch. As Octavian takes a step back, grabs his chest, where you had just taken your hand, and he just looks down. And you know that gif of where Agent Smith from the last Agent movie just begins to give off that one smile?
Yes.
It kind of awkwardly turns into a smile, but then it begins to turn into a genuine smile, like it worked. Oh God, it worked. Oh, my heart. Oh, I'm thinking I'm gonna be sick for a moment. As he just begins to drop off to the side, not next to the other diseased mass that just came out of him. You actually did it. Oh, my heart. Never again will I make a pact with such a fake, fell creature. Oh. He begins to stand up and he just looks to you, Dumph, and as a note, as he just kind of reaches down, he grabs his pipes. You detect a enchantment magic coming off of them as he hands the pipes to you. Well, as promised. Your reward for reuniting me with my heart.
I'm glad we could help. Truly, I am.
Well, you best take care of yourselves. I've got places I have to be. Something's gonna go. As he'll just begin to listen to himself as he disappears into the forest.
Prairie Cats just reach over to Dolph, take the pipes, and then shove them at Sola. Music one. These are yours.
They have enchantment magic on them.
Oh, well, he gave them to you though, Dom. Are you sure?
Well, I mean, you're technically the one who spoke to him first, so I think it's only fair for you to have them. I mean, I'm not as good with instruments as you are. I only have a passing knowledge, really.
Oh, all right. Thank you. She'll give him a little experimentary play.
Okay, well, I have to double.
This is hilarious, and I love it. Because I know what these are. And the fact we gave them to the one tiefling is even funnier.
Yeah, as you take a closer look at these this twin pipe that they look like they're adorned with like bones and a pair of bird skulls that are draped on them. Yeah, it just kind of feels a little chilling and unique when you go to play those pipes.
Yay! Okay, above
Spooky.
game real quick. I'm now arcade trickster rogue.
Huzzah.
Hooray!
Zah! I'm getting a new hex.
I have
can't
no idea
wait.
what I got. I didn't read anything. I just went to look and see if I had the curse thing.
All you really
I
get is
got-
a level up and the ability to cast third level spells.
Okay, cool.
Except for me, I got an ASI increase, so now I have 16 dex and 18 wisdom.
I got a shit ton of spells. Like I looked at what I get for level 3 warlock versus level 3 rogue. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm gonna get with that because it's a lot more options.
I think I'm gonna pick up Dire Familiar for my hex, so we can have giant winged mouse. That sounds fun.
Ooh.
About to become an all-summoner party again.
Look, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Speaking of which, has it been
I
an
got
hour? Has it been an hour? Because
I
if
got-
so, Prairie Cats has a thorny vulture still perched on his shoulder.
I got extra attack.
All right. Well, as Clapperclaw just kind of looks at you. Well, how do you suppose we're gonna get? Either walk through or. Oh, hey! This Clapperclaw just kind of looks up. He kind of points. Oh, look! As he points, and as you guys kind of look to see where he's pointing, you see a balloon just slowly begin to descend and make its way towards the opposite bank of Downfall. As it kind of ducks into the fog that's kind of encompassing around Downfall. Maybe we could take that.
Can anyone fly one of those?
We can certainly try.
I mean, how difficult could it possibly be?
Exactly.
Okay, we're stealing it.
I mean, we might be
Yes.
able to get the king just give it to us since we're on friendly terms with him.
No. I for once, Predicast, I like the way you think.
No. Let's ask first.
I
Uh,
agree.
Fun.
Question:
Mhm.
what if the hag already told them what we did?
Then we kill them.
Well, then this gets messy and we go to thievery. And or murder.
I like the murder part.
First smart thing you've ever said.
Damn.
She side-eyes him.
All right, so it sounds like we're going to go investigate an airship.
All right. As you guys make your way across the bank, you see there is a. I'll just kind of reveal the part of the map over here, but there is a balloon that's currently moored right over here.
Ah, there we are. Okay, I saw it. Well then, we will take our boat and go over there.
Tally ho!
Onward.
All right. As you begin to, go
No,
ahead.
I was just gonna say, this module doesn't have dinosaurs, so you have nothing to actually hinder us with.
Haha. I mean, it's the Feywild, though. He could definitely choose to strike us.
Yeah, there are Fey nonsense in here.
I'm
All
just,
sorts of Fey creatures.
I'm just saying, we trekked through like 18 weeks of jungle. So far we have been unobstructed ever since we came here.
Actually, yeah, that's a fair point. Hmm.
The toads are what we're gonna have to fight now, knowing that you said that.
I mean, I have heard that you can legitimately get through Witchlight without any combat if you play it just right.
Obviously, we didn't do that.
No, we didn't.
Also, Dragon's Heist, but that's just because we're stupid. But yeah, no. So we,
I mean,
are we at the balloon?
Yeah. As you make your way to the balloon, you see there's a few bullywugs just making their way and just kind of rigging it down. And you see there's a bullywug gentleman kind of descends from the basket onto the dock. And he just kind of looks at you and is like, oh, yes, hello there. How may I help you?
can we borrow your balloon?
Oh, you may wish to acquire my services? Excellent. I, Dumfrey Frogheart, am always glad to lend my services.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance, Domfrey. We're the Witchlight Brigade. We have some business in thither.
Oh, and thither you say? Well, yes, of course, I would be more than happy to assist you. Oh, yeah, I could definitely be your navigator. You could just fly the balloon. Ah, splendid, little friend. That's you just see Clapperclaw just kind of shake his head side to side. Huh. That's what it's like not having a head that rattles.
Could I get that name for my notes? So I can have
Okay,
the
yep.
spelling.
Yep. Dumfrey Froggart.
I love it.
I'll type it in notes.
I'm also surprised there
Don't-
isn't art for actual stag head Clapperclaw.
Yeah.
Right?
How is there not?
Well,
I mean, I guess we
well-
see him first with Gord, and then they decided they didn't want to do the stag head one.
well, yeah, I was
which
about
is
to say,
sad.
Wizards is remarkably lazy, really, right now. We should be glad they didn't try to AI art that. So, take the small victories.
True.
I'm just gonna put this out there, Caitlin. If you
Mhm.
ever feel like drawing him, make him as cute as possible, because I feel like he should be.
If only. So tired.
Rest and enjoy your has-been
Alright.
art.
Thank you.
All right. So this is a very important question I have to ask. How much does everyone currently weigh?
That is an excellent question.
Oh,
So you didn't
boy,
tell us to
let's see.
actually like do weight mechanics, so most of us did not.
Yeah. I have a
I
bunch of stuff
did.
I don't have weight for because it's esoteric items.
Yeah.
Like, how much does the jar with two halves of wishbone weigh?
I'll just for the sake of brevity, I'm not counting like magic items and stuff. Just basically flat what is currently on your guys' character sheet for their weights.
Okay, I will say this. This isn't magical. How much does the box of eyes I'm carrying weigh?
The box with eyes, like a pound.
Okay.
The only things on my sheet that
Oh.
have a weight are my armor, my dagger, and my sickle. So that makes 16 pounds.
I'm gonna assume that the child parasol is also like about a pound.
Yeah. And then I guess
So-
we'll have to figure out like character weights as well. So
Everything
Yeah.
else would really be negligible. According to the sheet, I have 104.6 for my equipment, and Domp himself weighs 350.
I mean, I'll
Yeah,
say
it's
for
pretty
the sake of it, Veska's probably like her weight size, so she's probably anywhere between like 100 and like 110, 115 pounds.
all right, so plus one.
Not counting anything she's carrying.
Yeah, not counting what I'm carrying, solo would probably be like 120-ish. And then at least for
120.
what I have on my weight is an extra 50, so I guess that'd be like 170,
All right.
give or
Yes.
take.
Without equipment, Sindara's like 140. And
Yes.
total weight of equipment is 79.
Because I have decent con, but I also have a -1 in strength, so she's she's healthy, but she's not very physically strong.
Well, I just had to Google like average weight for my character, who I think I might have said earlier was like 6 foot flat, and it's like 140, 130, somewhere around there. And then again, the only items I have that have weight are 16 pounds.
I have no
Alright.
idea why. I just looked at the equipment weight
Oh.
that I have. Millie, you might want to look at it because it says that the total weight is 71 pounds.
I made a mistake. I did write down her weight. She is 154.
Okay. So plus 14 pounds because I put.
Like I doubt I can actually hold this much because I don't like Rhodey only weighs 80 pounds plus, so that's like double his weight in equipment. I'm like, I don't think that's right.
Them hollow bird bones.
Mm. I'm not sure how much my actual weight capacity is now that I think about it. I've got a 10 in strength.
It's your strength times like I want to say 12 or 15, like the modifier.
Times.
Well, my strength is 9, so
So you get a negative strength score. Well, a negative carrying
Yeah.
capacity.
I'm like that's why I'm like I don't think that the weight is put into this right. I think it's just going by defaults.
I think it's just calculating what you weigh, all the equipment weight on your sheet.
Yeah.
This is all the
All right.
equipment weight.
So, as Dumford just kind of looks over and says, "Well, well, you see, my basket can only carry about 1,000 pounds, give or take. That's probably looking slightly a little too heavy. Unfortunately, you have to shed some weight in order to be able to fly. I'm so sorry, friends."
Oh dear.
Paradicons looks at him. How much do you weigh?
How much do I weigh? Well, with my arm, I'm about 200 pounds. Why do you ask?
He looks over to the group. So you said you could fly this, right?
Well, hold on. Dumph, how long are you able to fly?
Let me double check here. I've only got one more usage left of that. And to do about an hour.
Where are we flying to?
How far away is thither? Maybe I could be flying.
Could be a couple of days' flight. As Clapper Claw just kind of chimes in.
Yeah, I can't do that. Well, is there anything we have that we don't particularly need that weighs a lot?
Let's see.
I have, like, Rhodey, this, like, I have these old clothes that I don't really need.
Why didn't you
Pulls
give them
out
to the other? Why didn't you give them to the other guy? You guys were complaining about him being naked, really?
Wait,
He didn't ask, and neither did you.
Hmm.
Then Dark stares dagger at Rhodey.
Black and white cold flashback. Do you have any spare clothes I can give you, Sola? No.
I am not going to lie. I didn't register that. I didn't think he was talking to me. I thought he was talking to
I think he was
the
asking
predicates.
you to be as well.
And in my defense, he asked her. He didn't ask me.
He stares at him menacingly.
That's the
Plus-
wrong person.
Also, here's the thing. All the clothes that he has is all for him. So it's for a 4'6" bird person that's really skinny. It would have fit either way.
Well, I will say this: you'll see Praedycots rip the hat that's like punctured onto his head by his horns off, and the pair of shoes that he has shredded from using primal savagery, kick those off, and then he'll just look to Sola and Domph, and then just quickly do primal savagery claws, point at the captain, and go, "Hmm."
No,
Make
let's
an intimidation check.
see if we can figure out if we can dump more weight before we do anything hasty and scary to him.
25.
Dumfrey just kind of looks at you and goes, all right. He's just awkwardly just clunk, backs away from you all.
I'm just gonna look at him and just mouth, I'm so sorry.
It's like, you can't be serious, can you? As he's just like,
No, don't
No.
worry. We're not gonna actually let him hurt you.
No, of course not.
He's
I said,
very
steal my balloon!
No, we're not trying to.
Of
He
course not.
Rhodey lying through his teeth, although he really wants to.
All right. So,
Guards!
What?
Guards! Help!
No,
I'm here!
okay, well, now,
Yes.
all right.
She will, however, pounce on him and cover his mouth. No. No. We're just.
Zendara just glares at him to shut the fuck up.
We're gonna be nice about this. We're not gonna do anything mean. Okay, we're gonna do this right. Let us just figure out the weight problem first. I'm gonna uncover your mouth. Are you gonna be quiet?
Make an intimidation check.
I feel like this is more persuasion
I
at
was
this
gonna say,
point.
'cause this
Or
is fucking-
persuasion, yeah.
Oh. 24.
You whipperly just nod his head like, okay.
You're just gonna, like, finger by finger, slowly uncover his mouth. Okay.
He's whimpering, but he's not saying anything.
Yep, just be calm, okay? Be chill.
All right. So, do any of us not have dark vision? I do have torches, but I don't need them personally. I can get rid of all of them.
I can see in the dark.
I have candles, so we don't need torches. I have candles.
All right, so I'll just get rid of these, and he'll just pull a bunch of torches out of his bag, and that's 10 pounds right there.
You want to take candles up on a air vehicle that requires specific types of air.
Not
Like-
right. I also have a tinder box, so we don't like, and that is those. Neither of those weigh anything.
Yeah, the tinderbox isn't going to weigh much. I also have one. I've got a bunch of pittons, but those also are they're like all 10 of them together is like 2 pounds.
I can get rid of the rope that I have.
Veska grabs the stick off the ground. Cast light. I don't
Okay.
believe we need
Well, that's-
torches.
Oh, that's easier. Yeah, like I'm gonna keep the tinder kit just in case we ever need to start a fire.
Hmm.
You will watch Praedycots reach out his hand, light part of the dock on fire with Druidcraft.
All right. Well, I also have prestidigitation that can also do a very similar effect. So goodbye, tinderbox.
Veska will use Druidcraft to stuff out said fire.
I don't need the hood lantern anymore, and obviously not the candles.
And let me get rid of these pittons because I'm not going to use them for anything. Do I really need this hammer then? Probably not. That's 3
I
pounds.
don't need my disguise kit anymore because of what I just got.
I will keep this crowbar. That's probably potentially useful for something down the line, I'd wager.
I would say above game, DeLuna has a crowbar that they're in every thieves' tool.
Oh. Well, I don't need this stupid thing.
Yeah, I have a crowbar and a hammer. I don't want to really I don't think I need to get rid of those.
Also,
Right, I'll get...
Caitlin, we have a Solo's
Uh-huh.
initiative counter, and now we have a Praedycots initiative counter.
Not good.
There's a Sindara one too.
I think we all have one that Bubba's been keeping track of, but I don't know where we're at with all our mischief counters.
Nope.
So I've lost 21.5 pounds so far.
So, fuck. Yeah.
Sindara looks at the captain. How much weight do we need to shave off?
He's just kind of.
Dude, just calm down. We're not trying to steal your boat. But if you keep acting like that, we might. So, how much weight do you need?
About another 80 pounds or so.
Okay, we have a goal to shoot for here. Let's see. Well, I definitely don't. Oh. Dom realizes something digging through his bag. I had an extra pair of clothes. Oops.
Sindara.
And you were mad at me.
Look, I wasn't mad at you. I thought it was funny.
Sindara's head slowly turns towards Dolph.
I will apologize now because I realize I forgot it was in here. My bad.
Man, all this clothing oversight just to torture poor Sindara.
Though again, I will admit it was pretty funny.
Look, it's just twigs and berries. We cross along those every day. Who cares? It's fine.
At this point, you will see Praedycots is actually peeing off the pier, and then halfway halfway through, he just opens his mouth, lets out a swarm of bees and locusts, grabs a bunch, and then starts eating on them again.
Right?
Yeah, see, I'm not...
I just imagine this is just turning into an episode of Smiling Friends. Dear God.
Pretty much.
All right, so above game, I'm now down to total weighing 129 pounds.
If I've taken off my melee weapons because I literally never use them. I just don't see a real reason to have them. So I've now officially dropped 31.5 pounds.
Okay, so 31. Yeah, just tell me the weight that you've managed to subtract. All right. 1.5.
Yeah, like I said, you know what? I don't really use this anymore. Anyone want to use a crossbow?
I mean, I already have mine, so I'm good.
I'm gonna go ahead and just drop the
Yeah,
the short bow, the arrow, and the quiver.
I imagine there's just a big pile of nonsense just loading up right here.
Pretty much.
Yep. Just ka-ching, 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 ka-ching.
Clang,
So how much
clang,
was that,
clang.
Mr. Rudy?
Let's see. I am now at I weigh 80 pounds even. 145 pounds, or no, 125 pounds.
All right, so that's like 20 pounds. Shit, huh?
I shaved off a good 30 pounds of shit that I
30,
had
okay.
apparently.
All right, so between the two of us, then that's at least 60 pounds, give or take, that we've already dropped. We just need a little bit more, and we're good.
Dara just looks at the both of you, glaring. She reaches into her bag and drops her 10 pounds worth of rope.
All right, I also have some rope. I guess I could drop that as well.
I have a feeling that us dropping the hempen rope is gonna be really bad later on.
Yeah,
I mean, at
as
least.
long as we have one person with one rope, we
Well,
should
no,
be
you
okay.
need to remember, at least 2 people in this party are cursed to not be able to tie knots, so it's not that
True.
bad.
True, I'm one of those people, in fact.
Me also waggling my eyebrows and what kind of bard I am.
Veska would toss her 10 torches from her explorer's pack since we pretty much don't need that anymore.
All right. Well, that should be enough.
All right. Again, I'm really sorry about my friend. He can get a little antsy, and that's no excuse.
I want to point out this was the least like angry or violent he was. He was just like, "Do we do this?" He was asking for
Oh, I know. He's like, I have to find an excuse.
I mean, as of right now, Tadara's on with murder intent in her eyes right now.
If you want, I can give you these useless coins, and he just holds up 9 gold.
I'll take those.
No.
He wasn't asking you, Rhodey.
I don't care if he's offering. I'm gonna take them.
You will feel a point at your neck as the other hand is now pointing a claw at you. I was not talking to you. Again,
Fine.
he's proffering what he considers useless, the gold coins, to the captain.
Oh.
Also, thanks for the raid, Sean.
Hey, thanks for the raid.
But yeah, no, he's basically just like, oh, okay, we're not stealing this. Okay, just give him the shiny things that you don't care about.
Shall we depart then? As Dumfrey just kind of looks at all of you, just
Yeah.
sheepishly look at you.
Yes, let's.
All right.
And thank you, Mr. Frogert. You know, our names kind of sound similar now that I think about it. I'm Dumph. You're Dumfalak. You're Dumfrey. Kind of similar. It's neat.
I suppose it is. Well, That's real often. As he'll just look at the after you kind of all into the balloon.
Jessica would look at our tour guide. Approximately how long do you think this ride will be?
Well, if we're flying to thither, it should be about 3 hours, give or take.
It's not too bad.
I love
will
it went
keep
from
this
days
in
to
mind.
hours because this man wants to live.
You put the fear of predicates in him.
All right, well, well, hop up and away then. As you just kind of see, he has a as you kind of file into this patchwork-shaped balloon or the basket that's decent size. It's wicker and thatch just kind of spattered about. He'll just take the. You just kind of see where the point where the balloon is kind of closest to the basket. He pulls back a flap, and you just kind of see after so long the gases just kind of begin to make their way up to the balloon, and slowly but surely you begin to rise and take off. There's music for this.
See, like, the music that's playing in my head is from Paper Mario Thousand Year Door when you go off to Glitzville.
Every time I think about him in a balloon, the Final Fantasy VII travel music is what plays in my head when you're on the map.
All right. After several hours, well, a few hours in this case,
I imagine it's not long enough for, like, a long rest, but we probably could get, like, a short rest out, right?
yep.
And Dara would try to figure out what the cape does in that within the hour.
And while we're doing that, Domp will prepare some tea for everyone to get rid of any exhaustion anyone might have.
I would also like to point out we technically get a long rest no matter what because we leveled.
Oh, I didn't remember that. Do we just get all of our slots back, basically?
Yeah. I'll allow the benefits of a long rest for that.
Alright. Cool. I have my level 2s again.
But I will take
All
that.
right.
I will take that tea so I can get rid of this nightmare level.
Hmm.
Same.
And even though he doesn't have exhaustion as peacekeeping, I will offer a cup to our captain.
He'll graciously accept it. So, this whole time you've been making your way up from hither, basically you've been managed to sail basically pretty much just straight to the east and southeast. But as you're kind of floating around, you do manage to pass over the stump that is Brigand's Tollway. And then you manage to make your way over towards the rocky passes that make up the east side of hither. So as you begin to pierce the mists, as it were, the mists part to reveal a primeval forest. A fragrant breeze wafts through the enormous trees, sending motes of pollen dancing into the air. Patches of sunlight kiss the forest floor, and the sweet melody of birdsong echoes all around. You have arrived in thither, and as you do, Dub
Mm-hmm.
and Predicates, the two of you begin to feel that very present itch at the back of your necks. Almost as though you could detect that perhaps your lost possession is somewhere within thither.
He's here.
And that's especially weird for you, Predicates, because, you know,
Yeah,
it doesn't seem like you've really felt itchiness in so long.
Yeah, again, weird body. Also, he lost something in a different life, and now he's feeling something. One second. At most, you just see him aggressively scratching his neck and looking angry.
Well, as you begin to pierce the part of thither, it's like, well, maybe down here. Set us down over there, would you, Dumfrey? Yes, sir. And as the balloon begins to drift down, after a little bit that you do manage to touch down successfully, cozy torchlight radiates from a cave in the wooded hillside. 20 feet from the cave is a tree with a weathered sheet of parchment nailed to its trunk.
If no one else will dump, we'll check that out. What's it say?
Let's see. As you walk up, you see that on the parchment it says, "Wanted, Will of the Feywild." As you get closer, bring me this imp alive and unharmed, and I'll bury you up to your neck in silver.
Huh. Well, if anyone's interested in being buried up to the neck in silver, apparently there's a wanted imp here.
And there is a sketch also for this. Let me
Ooh.
find it here. Let's see. Basically, the wanted and the sketch that's on it is basically that.
Wait a second. Granny Nightshade.
Oh, wrong person.
Might be another hag. Not one that we're particularly looking for, but that is still a possibility.
I would say, does that, again, he doesn't know much about the Feywild, but he's met one other hag. Would Praetorians recognize that name?
General intelligence check, I'd say, for anybody.
Fair enough.
All right.
That's an 8.
Intelligence.
Unless you want me to use my background.
19.
I don't think your background would necessarily need to apply.
5.
Also 19.
I mean, I've been around the Feywilds. Maybe that's relevant.
Dop and Veska. You remember that one of the hags was named Scabatha Nightshade.
I see. Scabatha. Right. Last name was Nightshade. How did I forget? Right, so our target wants the will of the Feywild.
All right, hear me out on this. We try to find this girl, and then help her get rid of her little bounty, and then we go and kill the hag. How's that sound?
She is the hag.
I like this
He will
plan.
smack you upside the head. She is the hag.
No, I think he's talking about this Will of the Feywild girl. We find her, use it as a pretense to get to Gabitha, and then we kill her. Something to get us in the door and have her acting friendly to start with, so we can ambush her later.
Exactly. What is that? Stop that.
Dead hag. I'm okay.
Is the captain still nearby?
Oh yeah, he's still hanging out in the basket.
Would you happen to know which way to Loomlurch from here?
Well. Loomlurch. Well. He kind of thinks about it for a moment. He kind of points off towards the north. Oh, maybe over that way. Yeah, that does make sense. Well, Gabitha was the one that actually bound me, so yeah, I know where Loomlurch is at.
Oh, right. Perfect. We've already got a perfect guide. But still,
Yeah.
good to know.
You just see Clapperclaw just kind of bury his hands into his skull. Oh, of all the people I want to be away from.
Tom's gonna put his hand on his shoulder and give him a reassuring smile. Don't worry. We're going to take care of her. We'll protect you.
Alright, well, I could probably guide you to Loomlurch, but I don't want to go inside. Is that
Of
fair?
course. Of course, perfectly fair.
Okay.
All that's left is this Will of the Feywild that we have to be finding. That's gonna be a little trickier.
Mila, did Sindara ever learn what the cloak did after trying to mess with it on the ride over here?
Let's see.
Well, it took 3 hours, so if anything required attunement, everyone's attuned to stuffing.
Well, I guess that would depend on whether or not anybody would be able to identify it.
Actually, you don't.
So it's
No, you don't actually have to identify for attunement. If you spend an hour with a magical item just directly next to you, you attune to it.
well, if it's like a magical item that doesn't require attunement, technically speaking, we would have no way to know what it does without identify.
Fair.
Yeah.
But I also know we've got a bunch of magic items that possibly require it.
True.
Yeah, the cloak, I'll say above game, the cloak does not.
Does the jar with the wishbone halves?
It does not.
Okay.
And neither does neither do the pipes.
Okay, that's why she was trying to mess with it, try to see what the fuck it does after hearing that it's magical.
Alright. Well, for the sake of brevity, I guess for that, Sadara, that's a cloak of many fashions.
Huh. That's
The
clever.
irony.
It's a wondrous common item. While wearing this cloak, you can use a bonus action to change the style, color, and apparent quality of the garment. The cloak's weight doesn't change, regardless of its appearance. The cloak can't be anything but a cloak. Although it can duplicate the appearance of other magic cloaks, it doesn't gain their magical properties.
Okay, cool.
And then also for the sake of brevity with the pipes, yes, they are in fact pipes of haunting.
Which is why we gave them to the tiefling.
Yes, another tiefling bard with pipes of haunting.
Ooh.
All right. So, yeah, you have your wanted poster, then you have the cave that has cozy light coming from it.
I think
What are the odds she's right here?
I said it's a good mystery for a week.
Hmm.
But yeah, I think this is probably where we're probably gonna start wrapping up.
Hmm.
I was gonna say I do have to work in the morning, so this
Yeah.
would be a good place to stop so I
Yep.
can go to bed.
Yeah.
And I
Yep.
do have work and an appointment in the morning.
That is very fair.
All right. So, yeah, as your light that is coming from the edge of the cave, yeah, let's go ahead and leave off tonight's session here.
All right. Who wants to be first? Well, who needs to go to bed the quickest right now?
E.
Points to
Caitlin.
Caitlin.
Alright. I'm Caitlin C37. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Caitlin C37, where I do art. The commissions are open, so if you want any paintings, you can find me there. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I disassociated. Who was next?
I'm just going down the list.
Oh.
That's it. I'm gonna bounce. Have a good night, guys.
All right. So,
Caitlin.
Zone 13. You can find me on Twitter at the1338. Find me on Twitch, YouTube, and everywhere else you could think to find me on at the 13. Tomorrow you'll find me on Drago's channel for our D&D campaign there. I'm sure that Draco, Hoshi, and Chago will also talk about it. Next Tuesday you'll find me on his channel once again though for Kingdom Hearts 3. Like I said at the beginning, nothing bad happened. Everything is fine. We're just gonna go and get all the stuff that we didn't get in Olympus because they finally left it for us. Keep going down the list. Draco.
Everyone, you can find me on the YouTube and the Twitter and the Blue Sky and the Twitch. And I stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Fridays. Mondays, Dragon Quest Treasures. We're in the post game. We're probably close to finishing the game off for good. Tuesdays, when we're not here, like Luna said, you can catch us over on my channel for Kingdom Hearts 3, where we're treasure hunting, getting the last little bits and bobs that I missed because the game wouldn't let me go to Olympus. Wednesdays, you can catch myself and DeLuna and Chaco and Hoshi and a whole bunch of other folk as we go through Barovian Odyssey, where our heroes have learned their fate and have to make it off to Vallaki. But first things first, they have to stop to say hi to the neighbors for our old friend Dan, who's found his way into Barovia, go figure. Thursdays is our party games day. You can catch us over there playing all sorts of games like Jackbox and Rift Tracks and King of the Castle and all sorts of stuff. And Friday, you can catch me playing Spirit Tracks. But with all that said and done, how about we go to Choco? Hasn't gone yet.
Oh, I'm Chocolate Zombie 101. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Blue Sky, Ko-Fi, Chocolate Zombie 101. You can find me here Tuesday nights, every other Tuesday, playing Vesca. You can find me on Twitch.tv/TwitchPerson on Tuesdays, playing where we do Power Rangers Cyber Strike. I play our Red Ranger, Marika. Deluna's our Blue Ranger. Wednesday nights on Draco's channel for Barovian Odyssey. We just had our fortune told, and funny things are going to be happening. Aside from that, you can pretty much find me around Discord and various Twitch streams and the community MNW Multiverse Nexus Wrestling show and its indie affiliates. Hoshi hasn't gone yet, I think.
Hello, I'm Ro Hoshi. You can find me here on Twitter, Twitch, Blue Sky, and on YouTube as Ro Hoshi. You can also find me on Draco's channels on Wednesdays, and you find me here every other Tuesdays. Mila.
Hello. Birdie Brad Site, Mill Ninja, Blue Sky. Wait, scratch that. Birdie Brad Site, Mill Ninja Nerd. Blue Sky and Twitch, Mill Ninja. Schedule will be finally getting squared up after I get all this busy stuff done. Also, every other Tuesday night, twitch.tv/LeJake, where we go through Eidos Anthologies, Legacy of the Deal Breakers Volume 2. The party has itched their way closer to the cistern where the aspect, the naiad of this tributary has been imprisoned, corrupted. How will the party be able to rescue them? Tune in next Tuesday and find out. Vaughn, take us home.
Hey, I'm Vaughn. We have 2 more games this week, Saturday and Sunday. Saved by a Spell and Those Who Wander. We're starting the raid already because, well, I really need to start going to sleep. So we're going to raid someone who possibly be on this channel next Tuesday. We'll see what happens. Scheduling's a bitch. But we're raiding Thero, and we already know the episode title, the quote of the session, and everything else is Turn Your Head and Bleat. We will see you all in 2 weeks' time. We love you. Bye-bye.
Good night, everybody.